Well, hello again, guys. Weaver John C. Roseman, California, the diary of a griever named John Weaver, which is me. It's 12:21 p.m. Sunday, West Coast times, the 23rd of November, 2025. First video is trying to make a clarification of the Border Patrol, of what they patrol, of the territory that they patrol. Second one is regarding memes I've come across regarding the 25th or Article 2, Section 4. Here's the thing. I'm going through right now, and you can type it into your phone or browser or whatever you're using. I'm going through constitution.congress.gov, and it's to click on the link where it says Constitution. So now we have an entire huge ass preamble. On the right hand side, we have the Articles of the Confederation. I keep saying that one. Are we going to close the Confederation's 183 days? Article of Constitution. We used to have the Confederation, which means more power to the states, less power to the Fed. Republicans can't make up their frickin' minds with anything, I swear to God. People have freaked out concerning about Article 2, which is the executive branch, and they're trying to say that we have power out there to take out the entire Congress if we wanted to, or anybody else for that matter. And let's go over it. Article 1 deals with the legislative branch, meaning the Senate and executive and House of Representatives, what they can and can't do. But in there, it does not say anything about removal just yet. I'll take that back. Shut up, John. Section 2. Paragraph 5. House of Representatives shall choose their Speaker and other officers, and shall have the sole power of impeachment. Section 3, getting it passed. Now, Section 3. Sixth paragraph. Okay, paragraph 6. The Senate shall have the sole power to try all impeachments. When sitting for that purpose, they shall be on the oath or affirmation. When the President of the United States is tried, the Chief Justice shall preside, and no person shall be convicted without the concurrence of 2/3 of the members present. Okay. The next paragraph down says, judgment in cases of impeachment shall not extend further than to the removal from office and disqualification to hold and enjoy any office of honor, trust, or profit under the United States. But the party convicted shall nevertheless be liable and subject to indictment, trial, judgment, and punishment according to law. At that time, anyway. Getting into Section 5. Six. 7. 8. Okay. Well, unless they talk about the purse. Okay. Article 2. Here we go. Okay, this is about the executive branch. Third. Fourth. Fifth. We're talking about who's qualified for the office of presidency and vice presidency. Okay, where are we at? Here's 3, here's 4, here's 5, here's 6. Okay, guys, here's the one. The case of the removal of the president from office or of his death, resignation, or inability to discharge the powers and duties of the said office, the same shall devolve on the Vice President, and the Congress may law provide We'll try that again. The same shall devolve on a vice president, and the Congress may, by law, provide for the case of removal, death, resignation, or inability, both of the president and vice president, declaring what officer shall then act as president, and as such officer shall act accordingly until the disability be removed or a president shall be elected. Okay. Section 2. Yeah, I know. I'm having issues with these damn glasses. My eyes, too. Section 3. Okay, that's the State of the Union. Section 4. This is where it gets confusing at this point. Section 4 is where people are going nuts over this one here. And hold your horses on this one, okay? Section 4 does say the President, Vice President, and all civil officers of the United States shall be removed from office on impeachment for and of conviction, treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors. People are going, well, don't you get that? We got to do it now. Here's the thing. Back in the 1960s, we had issues over this damn thing. Reason why they had done the 25th Amendment. And the 25th Amendment was back in the 1940s, 60s. Let me see about that one. I need that one. Okay. And then... Yeah. Okay. I need history on it. There's a reason why I'm looking at this, okay? I'm going over to Britannica.com, or is it Law, Cornell Education, or History? I mean, there's a few of them that actually have sources of it, but a lot of people go to the Wikipedia. Okay, so we go to Wikipedia, okay? Now, this is regarding the 25th Amendment of the Constitution of the United States. There is a lot of history regarding this thing, so I'm going to try to boil it down as much as I can because it's a ton. And I'm usually doing PDF files because I want to keep track. It clarifies, and I'm quoting it from here, that the Vice President becomes President if the President dies, resigns, or is removed from office by impeachment. It also establishes the procedure for filling a vacancy in the office of the Vice President. Additionally, the amendment provides for the temporary transfer of the President's power and duty to the VP, either on the President's initiative alone or the initiative of the Vice President together with the majority of the President's Council. In either case, the Vice President becomes acting President until the President's powers and duties are restored. This amendment was submitted to the states on July 6, 1965 by the 89th Congress and was adopted on February 10th, 1967, the day the requisite number of states, 38, ratified it. You understand? In order to get an amendment going through here, you have to have 2/3 from both chambers. But you also have to go through a Continental Congress. You have to go through a convention in each state, and they have to be by majority agreeing to this a change. And yeah, it takes a long time for an amendment to get through. But this was done back in 1967. We're talking about a document that has been done in the 1876 all the way through basically 1790, roughly. Okay, roughly. And during that time, there was a lot of changes to everything, and it had to get concessions and writings. And it took a long time. Not to mention they were fighting a war. They were still fighting the British during that time. And they did put in that section well prior of the 25th Amendment. And yes, it's going to be up to the House of Representatives to do the job of impeaching the officer, which would be the President, Vice President, or whatever cabinet member needs to be impeached. If they're hired in by the White House staff, they ain't getting impeached. They're just getting fired by POTUS. But if it's about a department head been approved by Congress, they're going to get their ass impeached or submit a letter of resignation. Every time I keep coming across the previous articles, they don't understand that these things had been amended. There is a process. There is a reason why we have amendments. Because the Constitution was never meant to be perfect, solidified. That's it. Unfortunately, people keep forgetting. They have to be re-educated. They'll argue about it left and right. I say, go read the fucking history, you assholes. Go through Politics 101. Get the book, We the People. It'll tell you a whole hell of a lot of shit on the damn thing. Go online for the damn thing if you have to. Buy the thing somewhere. But get your hands on the material. Even Wikipedia's got it. Do you think these people have figured this shit out? Fuck no. Fuck no. Because they don't care. They think they know better. Do I know any better? Fuck no. But I research. And if they don't like it, bite me. Because this usually pisses me off more and more. That they just don't understand what the fuck they're dealing with here. And it pisses me off that, yes, we would like to get rid of these people left and right. And it does say it in Article 2, Section 4. I'm trying to go through this stuff to get the information necessary. Because this is important. This is important. Everybody keeps screwing it up. It's not that I went to school for the damn shit, and even though I didn't even pay attention when it was being told to us back in junior high and high school. I wish I had. And kept it buried alive in my damn brain. Maybe I didn't. Had a connection fit over that. I don't know what it was. But I do know that a lot of things have happened in over 250 years. They've been added into the amendment process as it changes our Constitution dynamics around like crazy. We have court cases to redefine what originally has been written and reinterpreted. So it's theoretically a constantly evolving system. But right now we don't have it evolving, we have it collapsing. We have it collapsing on different people's interpretations of what they think it's supposed to be. And it's crashing and burning right now. So how the hell are we not supposed to be able to deal with this shit, huh? What I want to get information from is what gives them the right for all the territories that they're taking left to right. What areas are they actually covering? I'm also going to Wikipedia on this one because I wanted to get some information PDF'd on this. I wanted to know the sectors that they're doing. Now they got a map on Wikipedia, 20 border sectors. I'm going to get a save on that damn thing. I don't want that saved, downloaded, because I want it. Now they have different sectors. And they cover the entire interior. Kid you not. So unfortunately, it's a lot of territory that they cover. Which probably depresses me even further. Sometimes Border Patrol is cool, and other times we're dealing with are total assholes. Which means I don't even know what the hell to say anymore. But on here we also have which particular schmuck is in charge. Of which particular areas and territories, I don't know. But it will come. Okay, I had to get this off my chest. I had to say what was going on. Because I'm seeing too much crap happening. It's scaring the crap out of everybody, including you and me and everything else. How the hell we're supposed to be able to deal with this shit? How the hell we're supposed to be living with this and surviving with it? I wish I had an answer, guys. I really wish to God I had an answer. It's a day-by-day struggle that we have right now until the midterms, and then after that, I don't know. If Congress finds a way of extending it by changing the amendments, you know how long it takes to get an amendment process. They have to have a two-thirds majority. They don't have it. But after the midterms, I don't know what happens after the midterms. Are they going to get the two-thirds in both chambers instead of a half and half? And not to mention they have to go through every state. Shall we go over this one? The amendment process. Let's talk about the amendment process, shall we? We'll do the Wikipedia thing again. How about that one? That sounds good. I want Constitution. All right, I want that. Amendments. Okay. Okay, back over to United States Constitution through the Wikipedia. We're going into the little amendment sections. They'll have a listing saying list of amendments to the United States Constitution. Well, I'm going into the little bit of a description here. This is concerning about outlined in Article 5, currently overseen by the Archivist of the United States. Between 1949 and 1985, it was overseen by the Administrator of General Services, and before that, Secretary of State. Oh my God, we're lucky on that one. Under Article 5, and I'm reading this off the Wikipedia, proposal for an amendment must be adopted either by two-thirds of both houses of Congress or by a national convention that had been requested by two-thirds of the state legislatures, which means each of the state legislatures, every state, including if it's Democratic or Republican, two-thirds of their legislatures to agree to an amendment process. Now, back to this. Following this, Congress decides whether the proposed amendment is to be ratified by state legislatures or state ratifying conventions. Proposed amendment, along with the method of ratification, is sent to the Office of the Federal Register, which copies it in slip law format. Hold on. What is the slip law? A slip law is an individual act of Congress, which is either a public law or private law. Slip laws are published as softcover unbound pamphlets, each with its own individual pagination. They are part of a three-part model of publication. Oh, okay. That's, part of it anyway right there. And she's having a connection fit right now. Not normal. Okay, copies in slip law format and submits it to the states. To date, the convention method of proposal has never been tried, and the convention method of ratification has only been used once for the 21st Amendment. Okay, when I get these damn things done, I think I gotta put those in descriptions, let you guys have fun reading them. But this is what's happening right now. Hope you guys are paying attention. That being said,